Hey everybody, I'm sick, but I thought it would be really fun to do the top 5 Wednesday from yesterday because it was the best villains that you've read. And while I don't feel good, thinking about some of the people that I really did not care for in literature in a good way, like they were well-written villains, kind of made me happy. So I thought I would go ahead and do the topic. The first one, and these are in no particular order. Miss Minchin from A Little Princess. If you've not read this, it's by Frances Hodges Burnett, and this is probably, I don't know how many times I reread this when I was little. It's one of my very favorites, and this copy is so important to me. Actually, I got it at my 4th birthday. It was just, I don't know. I love this book. And in it, Sarah's this little girl who has very good imagination. She loves stories, and her dad has to leave her at this boarding school while he goes away. And the headmistress is the kind of person who really cares about how much money and what you can do for her. And once she feels like she's not getting anything from you, she kind of puts you aside. And she really has a particular distaste for Sarah because she does not have any imagination and she does not have any love. And I think it comes out in one of the scenes because Sarah calls her out on it and she realizes that nobody's ever told her she was important. And I think that was such a good lesson. Sorry, I'm being so distracting with the book, but Miss Minchin, very well written villain, especially at the end when she's trying to, read it. It's great. The second one is Dolores Umbridge from Order of the Phoenix. That woman I hated more than Voldemort. She was so well written because she was just mean for the sake of being mean. I'm sure something horrible happened to her as a child, but my gosh, she was a horrible woman. And especially when she had their special pen for I Will Not Tell Lies, it just did not like her. The next one I'm actually reading currently again, and it's Queen of the Tearling, the Red Queen from here. The third one of this series comes out, or it came out this week, and my library still has not gotten it in yet, which is okay because I started my rereads a little bit late. But she is a queen who has a particular taste for torture, vanity, and I don't know, she kind of reminds me of the queen from Sleeping Beauty a little bit. Is that Sleeping Beauty? No, from Snow White. That was all like had to be. She just wanted it all. And yeah, Queen of the Tearling. And this is such a well-written series. It's definitely more adult than young adults because there's more political intrigue and there's a lot more violence in it. And I'm really enjoying reading it again. It's really good. The fourth villain, I do not actually have any of the books from, and it's the Darkling from the Grisha series. And I never really knew what to do with him for a long time. He was mysterious, but also attractive and intriguing, and I don't normally kind of fall for that whole thing, but I liked his quick wit. I'm a sucker for an intelligent guy, and he definitely was a good, smart villain. He knew he'd been around the block a few times and could figure out what he needed to do to succeed. And I don't know. And you never really knew what to do with him. So I like that. And the fifth villain that I really liked reading was Dracula. And Dracula. My husband and I read Dracula a few years ago, and we made it a huge joke that if we started to run low on brandy in the house, we had to go get some, because in the book, every 5th page, when somebody is in danger, then you run and get the brandy. And so we kept saying, like, we need to have brandy on hand more often. But the scene I like with Dracula most, I think, is actually towards the very beginning, when when this poor man is in his castle and he's shaving and he realizes Dracula is behind him and there's no reflection. I just still get shivers thinking about that. So there's several more good villains. I don't include Frankenstein's monster in here because I don't really think of him as a villain. He's one of my favorite characters, though. Some people would think of him as a villain. Dr. Frankenstein, I think, more of a villain, although I think he just was kind of a man who didn't really have his priorities straight. So that's my bonus, not really a villain guy. So I'd love to know what your favorite villains are in the comments. If you love any of these villains or you want to rant and rave about how awful they are, go ahead and do that in the comments because I will definitely reply back. And I'm hoping to get more videos up soon. I've just been slower with my cold and my Wi-Fi, so that's all there is. See you guys later. Bye.